One of them connected by glue.
It could have been because they got the color difference. I'm assuming. Oh yeah,
Let me see
this
the
part's
top- let me
already
see
in.
this top too.
Because the wire is really just protecting the tube or whatever the fuck diaphragm it is.
What's up, y'all? Connect that. What's up with it? What up? What up? What up? Tony. My brother Tony Baker. Paris. What's good? I don't know why my screen keep going. What's up, Mel? My good brother. Joe, look at Joe. What's going on, y'all? How's everybody doing? Just checking in. It's been a minute since I've been able to go live. I don't know what was going on with my page, but I was banned from going live for for a minute. Hold on a second.
If you need me, I'll be out there.
Okay, you don't gotta whisper. What's up? What's going on, y'all? Pardon me, I gotta kind of remember how to do this. Damn, I hope everybody is well. I've been super busy trying to get this done and that done. But what's up with it? How y'all feeling? I don't know, I got like a little lag, my bad. Hey, Sal. 1 second, I need Sal to help me. I'm gonna go grab Sal. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hey, Sal. I don't know how to do this shit. Hold on. All right. I got to get make sure my shit is in real time. All right. So ask me anything. Go. King Crooked and Joell backstage is dope. I hope Slaughterhouse will be back soon. Joell, Crook, coming hard. These last 2 records need a response from you and Joey. Come on, my man. Sean Waney 03. Sean Waney 03. I hope I pronounced that right, my brother. What exactly will we be responding to? New music we needed. Lanfia. I definitely agree with you. I'm trying to I'm just kind of in between projects right now, trying to figure out exactly what I want to do creatively. So I don't know. I just been recording kind of random in the meantime. So I was kind of banking on doing Slaughterhouse, to be honest with you. So now I got to kind of like shift gears and figure out what I'm gonna do creatively next. So that's pretty much it. When you guys do a cipher, do you listen to each other's verse beforehand? Nah, I mean, I've never done a cipher and heard anybody's verse beforehand. I'd rather be surprised. Release a Detroit compilation in the meantime. I would love to, especially since we got so many dope youngins right now. Royce, who are activists that inspire you? Listen, man, activism, period, inspires me. There's not anybody in particular that stands out in my mind that I could think of. I'm a big fan of Tariq Nasheed. I don't know if he considers himself an activist. I like Dr. Umar. I like I like everybody that's out there doing their thing. I like Myson. I like Trey the Truth. I like Tamika Mallory. I mean, they all inspire me. You know, they do what they do, how they do it their way, and I appreciate it. You know. Scruff God, man, I've been trying to hit you for the longest, man. Can you please DM me a good number on you? Wifey said a song with Daniel Hex. Listen here, Sugar Mama. Let me tell you something about Daniel Hex. He in the B room right now, living my lifestyle, kind of like camping out at the studio and waking up and getting straight to it, straight to the music all day. And I couldn't be more prouder. It's inspiring to see him living my lifestyle at this early age. So that'll eventually happen. Just be patient, babe. Be patient. V Styles, what's up, bro? We got to have one of our UFC talks soon. We need another Bad Meets Evil album. That can always happen at any time. All Marshall got to do is call. You know, that's my guy. Workout. I ain't been in the gym in a minute, but I need to get back in there. There would be no Slaughterhouse without you and Joe. I mean, there's no such thing as Slaughterhouse with any member missing. There's no such thing as Slaughterhouse. Not in my book. I never been open to the option of any replacing anybody, doing it with anybody missing, any variation that you can think of. I'm not with it because I'm I'm the only person in the group who has done a show each different way that you can think. I've done one without Joell, I've done one without Crook, and I've done one without Joe. And they all feel the same. They just feel like it's somebody missing. You know what I mean? So I personally don't think that we could do it with a member missing. It won't be the same. How's your producing and sound changed since Allegory? You know what? I haven't really been producing that much. I produced the entire album for Crooked and his brothers. They got a group called Family Business. I produced their whole album, but other than that, I haven't really been producing that much. I did some stuff with Graph, some stuff with RJ Payne. I know RJ Payne recorded some stuff. So, you know, just anybody who called me and asked me to send them some shit. If I have something, my man V Styles, I sent some stuff to. If I have something and I fuck with him, I'll send him something. You know what I mean? But other than that, I haven't really been focused on producing like that. I don't have a favorite UFC fighter. I haven't really been watching UFC like that. Got to get you to the mental health gym, big bro. Oh, absolutely, man. I got to go check that out and see what that's about. RJ Payne, nice. Absolutely. You okay with what they said in backstage? Absolutely not. Nino Bless is missing Slaughterhouse member from the original track. Shout out to Nino Bless. Do you want to talk about the Slaughterhouse joint that's going on? As a fan, everyone in the group is kind of weird seeing how things are going. Sure. I mean, what are we talking about? Pretty it's pretty etched in stone at this point what's going on, you know. I don't know what there is to really talk about, but I'm always open to speak about it. Where Joe at? I want to get Joe in here. Joe, where you at, bro? Why can't Joe go live with me? What you laughing at, man? Hold on, let me.
Yo, no, man.
Wait, what you laughing at?
You and I.
Huh?
I'm laughing at you and I.
How you doing over there, man?
I couldn't be better. I was having a blast laying in bed watching you handle all of these questions like effortlessly and smoothly while I was answering them over here on nothing but fuck shit. So I was like, hey, yo, thank God that Royce didn't chime me in here. And sure enough, yo, I'm just leaving the pod. I'm on nothing but fuck shit. Oh, what's up, man?
It's good to see your face, man. Good to see your face.
Good to see you as well. You look great.
Yeah, likewise, man. It's good to see you, you know. It's good to see you in good spirits.
I think these niggas is lucky I ain't rapping. I swear to God. Hey, my money's on us. Stop. Yo, talk about something healthy, man. I'm telling you, I'm on bullshit right now. Oh, man.
Do you think that that's what that was the intention, to turn this into like a battle between us two and them two? And if so, what would be the purpose of that?
No, I don't think so, man. Let me stop talking shit for a minute. I don't think that. I don't think that. I think this is expression. And you got to support people's right to expression, right?
Yeah, I don't think it. See, I got this thing. I'm real big on not, or trying not to invalidate somebody's feelings.
Yeah.
Like, how you feel is
Mm-hmm.
how you feel. I just think it's difficult to toe the line between telling your truth and airing out grievances. It's a difference.
Well, what's the line? And who makes the line?
I find that whenever somebody prefaces whatever they're about to say with, "No, I'm just telling my truth," that's just another way of saying, justifying some bullshit that you're about to say. You know what I'm saying? And people, when they do that, they tend to move the goalposts around at their convenience, because a part of what they're trying to do, there's also a manipulation factor that comes along with it that's necessary in order to be able to feel good or feel better about what it is that you're doing.
Yeah, but it's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. Like, I can't say nothing about that because, like, you know, I'm saying my truth is like you said, it's the license to just get your shit off, like to just say whatever you need to say. And I don't never want to step on nobody's truth. What I can say is that just from listening, it sounds like I have caused hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I put the onus on me. I clearly have caused some hurt, and it's manifesting in the form of an album. That's what I got. Like, I can't shit on nobody's experience. I can't talk about nobody's interpretation of the experience. I think some things that I'm reading and seeing and hearing, it's not my truth. But what can you say about it? Michelle Obama said, when they go low, you go high. Hope said, when you argue with fools, people from a distance can't tell who's who. And, like, I ain't trying to step on nobody. Like, get your shit off, yo. That's everything ain't for everybody. I just want to try to understand it all. But in terms of this, oh my fucking God. No comment. No comment, man.
Yeah, these are just straight up diss records at this point.
To me, not you. You just an innocent bystander in this, yo.
No.
None of this is to you.
Yes, it is. Yes,
It's
it is.
not, yo. It's not. You just catching the strays of it, but this is not to you, yo. This is a Joe Budden. This is to me.
Well, I put a big old bag on the table for the 3-man group because Joe is retired, but Royce said he not doing it without Joe because Royce felt like we wasn't big enough or whatever that was.
That wasn't right. That wasn't right.
It's false, first of all. is false. It's completely false. Us getting off the label and sitting for a year, that's false. And the thing is, bro, we can provide receipts for all of these things. Like, why are y'all lying? What's the purpose of lying? You know what I mean? Like, if I didn't want to do it because I felt like you were retired, I'd be well within my right to do that. So I don't have to lie about that. You know what I mean? Now, if we want to talk about letting a white man come up in here and try to tell us who's going to be involved and who's not based off of his feelings toward you, now we having a real conversation.
Hot take is coming out of me. I can't control it. No, you pop down. You talking? I don't know how to ever address these things publicly because I do a bad job at it. So that's why I just like to follow your lead here. But yes. And then the niggas gonna say a whole bunch of shit like I'm trying to paint a narrative. I'm not trying to paint a narrative. You keep talking, I'm gonna start telling the truth. Because the truth is like real simple. You niggas spent, not you niggas, let me not even say you niggas. Because Joell be innocent and shit. Yo, I ain't speak to Joell. But Crook.
Yo, I'm going to give you that one. Don't call me out of my name again. I'm going to give you that one.
But I don't even hold that against them. That's just hurt people's shit. But Crook, you, at every turn, I said I'm retired to the fans. To you, I was truthful and said, hey, just not over there. And that's what boggles my mind the most about this, because that caused an issue between me and you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey, how the fuck did this happen? Ah! Me and you had to have like some real conversations behind like friendship.
Yeah,
And
my whole Book of Ryan rollout was me getting asked questions about you. And I remember finally getting you on the phone and saying, yo, fam, what did I do to deserve that? Like, and it was like a long conversation that we had where we were yelling back and forth.
so that's my thing. Like the conversations that needed to be had, like involving real shit, was just had. And for however many years now, Crook, you was the nigga saying, nah, I'm gonna stay OB. Let's stay here. I mean, he said that out his own mouth in the Twitter shit. Yo, I'm gonna stay. We should stay. Okay. So you stayed for X amount of years. And then you came around and somehow we had the conversations and we get off of over there for less than a year. Less than 1 fucking year. Less than a year. And this what you did?
It's hard not to be somewhat emotional about it, man, because it's like there's two sides of it. There's the business side of it. There's the emotional investment in all of the years, all of the sweat equity that we put into building something ourselves, brick by brick from the ground. And then there's also the friendship aspect of it. The friendship aspect of it, when you know that somebody is, you consider them a friend and you see watching them make a decision where you know that they are putting the friendship and the brotherhood on the chopping block for a check, and they're willing to do that. The last time something happened to me like this was when a very, very close friend of mine, you remember, sued me for $1 million because some lawyer told him that there may be $1 million in it for him. So he chose to take to put it all on the line and take that risk and just say F the friendship. And it's just like, man, how can that not hurt, man? You know what I mean? Like, And when I say that, I'm talking about King Crooked. I'm talking about King Crooked. I'm not talking about Joell. I love Joell, but me and Joell never really been close like that. So he told partial truths in the song. You know what I'm saying? Like we were on the road, and then we go home and we go kind of like to our respective corners, but not me and Crook. Me and Crook spoke every day, all the time. You know what I mean? Like there's not an amount of money that you can give me to blindside Crooked Eye. I would never do it. I would never do anything to compromise what I thought our relationship was. And he did everything. He put me in every position that you can think of, just as a friend. And he's the last person that I ever would have expected that from.
And he on Twitter saying Joe wouldn't never answer my call. Joe never called me. Nigga, every time we spoke, you was trying to convince me to take a deal somewhere. No. No. Not doing that. I understand your position. Because you be like, you do things the right way. Like, I maybe have gone, like, niggas could be mad at me for whatever the reason, but you be doing shit the right way. So for this to happen to you, like, I feel bad for you, even though I'm the one getting this.
This is now is not the time, man. Now is not the time. It's a time in the world where people are slowly waking up, stepping into a higher level of consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are talking about economic growth. People are talking about coming together, bringing our finances together, controlling the black dollar, throwing around phrases like generational wealth, all of these different things. This is not the time to be dividing up against each other. You know what I mean? Like, y'all did an album together before. It wasn't a problem then. Now, all of a sudden, you got to turn me into your op to do so. I can never be your op. I can never be an op of Crooked Eye or Joell Ortiz. Never. Not in a million years. I'd never let you do that. Never. All I can do is just gracefully bow out and put my hands up like this. And I feel the same way about Lupe Fiasco and anybody else who I've been caught on a public platform arguing back and forth with about something that can always be resolved. So it looks like to me that they're the ones with the issues. I don't have any issues with anybody. So if they have issues, those issues should have got brought to the table. You know what I mean? And all of the conversations that we've been having as of late and the order in which we were speaking, all four of us, the way that we fought to get the brand off of the label, all four of us, not just three of us, it don't seem like none of the moves that they're making now lines up with what we were doing and what we were talking about. You know what I'm saying? And the doors to heaven have always been open. We don't need to be in a deal to make music. You know what I mean? They don't know about West Side Gun trying to get all of the Slaughterhouse on one song for his album. Like West Side Gun, this is for y'all, the people that are listening. West Side Gun reached out to me and he said, I want all the Slaughterhouse on one song and I want Joe on it too. I want to bring Joe out of retirement. I got Joe on the phone and talked him into the idea of doing it. And all he said was, I'll do it, but I got to come out to Detroit with you before Crooked and them get there. Because you know how it is rapping with Crook. You ain't rapped in a long time. Before Crooked and them get there, I want to come out there with you and just kind of like lay a few things and get myself back in the groove of doing it. But we was all set to do that. And then Gunn just decided to do something different. But that's the only reason why it didn't happen. You know what I mean? So the whole idea of Joey being in retirement and Slaughterhouse splitting up, we never split up. Like there's been times where we stopped and then we go again. We stop, we go again. You know, these are things that just happen. You know what I mean? Like there's been times where it's been issues and shit that needed to be discussed. We all had little issues here and there. And for the most part, we've been able to discuss them and get past them. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe they're trying to discuss some of this shit and they just felt like they weren't heard. Like, I'm still trying to be empathetic and understand it somehow. Like, if you listen to Crook, He said, yeah, I've been trying to drive this point home forever. It just always ends in, hey, I brought some crazy deal with a lot of money to the table and he wouldn't take it. Well, yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that, and I don't like the whole misleading narrative that we've been doing other things and having them waiting, and they've been waiting on us. They've done more while Slaughterhouse was on like a timeout. They've done more than we have put together. Joell formed a whole nother group.
Nigga, Joell did a podcast.
Joell did a podcast.
Joell did fucking groups.
They did a group album.
Man.
Crook did a whole TV show. It's like nobody was waiting on us. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then everything that I've done outside of Slaughterhouse, I've always included Slaughterhouse. You know what I mean? So there never was a time where it was just like somebody was waiting on us. So it's like, if you're gonna tell your truth, man, tell your truth. Speak for you. Don't speak for us. Don't put words into my mouth. Don't, you know what I mean? Don't do that. Don't do that. And then, you know, like the whole just using my name and metaphors and all of that. It's like, come on, man. That's like shit the MCs do when they looking for a lyrical response. You know what I mean? And Slaughterhouse was never built on division. Like, yes. I think one of the things that people were drawn to and what they loved about Slaughterhouse was the fact that we could unify 4 completely different entities and figure out a way to do 7 to 10 years together.
But niggas,
you know what I'm saying?
But that's the other part about it, Royce. Like, in the middle of all that, trying to get off of Shady or whatever, right? Like, the common theme for at least you, me, and Roy and Joell was, yo, let's just make it fun again. Like, some of that shit that Joell is saying in these verses, like, yo, let's just get back to wanting to rap and have fun. And yeah, that feels good. But if one person is focused on all of this business shit and just is leveraging the business a different way, then it's tough to do that. Like, it's tough to just be about the fun of it. So that's just what's nasty. That's what's nasty to me about it. I don't like the way that Crook is shaping that whole. And I ain't about to keep getting to the fans and talking about ownership and what it means and what it's worth. If this is what y'all want to do, have a blast. But you can't ever get back to the essence of just rapping and having fun and what this shit was built off of if somebody else's agenda is somewhere different. And that's what I keep saying. Like, you can't say that about me. I just stopped rapping. I just stopped. I love this shit. I love it like you, nigga. But I stopped. It wasn't right. It was wrong. Let's get it right first. Let's not just keep doing whatever the fuck we was doing. That might be okay for some people. That's not okay. That's not okay for me today. Don't tell no fans about no fucking contract. Send something. Some humongous deal. That's the other thing. What's huge to you might not be huge to like, it's selfish. It's just selfish. It's selfish. And I can't continue to convince niggas to not take advances. Because I've been there before. And I hate even talking like that because it sounds like you shitting on niggas to take advantage. I done promised 2 and 3 projects for an advance sometimes. So I totally understand it. Mm-hmm. But 20 years in, no. And if my brother is rich, if me and Dill is in a group and Dill is rich, I'm never going to take I'm not taking no more advances. Nigga, fund this shit. I can't convince people of it. I can't convince people of how to do that. I can't. Not today. Have a blast. Do what you're doing. I wasn't going to talk about this shit till the album dropped.
But we never, another point, another key point, important point is we never said no to that deal. We didn't turn that deal down.
Well, I asked a valid question. I said, see, because that's the other part that's getting mixed out of this. Fam, you were trying to sell ownership rights. If my understanding is correct, You were taking some money to sell ownership rights, and I just didn't understand it. I asked the question. Valid question. Hey, why would we do that? Why would we just make it make sense to me? I'm selling off some rights for a fucking check for a nigga to do what? But I can't tell somebody else what makes sense for them and what don't. I can't. But this is fucking disgusting.
This is all your fault, bro.
Somehow, probably.
This is all your fault, bro.
How do I fix it?
First of all, don't blame Paul. Paul.
Yep. Why?
Man.
I don't like it. I ain't saying nothing else about this till this album drop. Nope. I don't like it. Don't blame Paul. Don't blame. And Paige, I love you, man. I see you in here. I meant to hit you earlier. I love you. But yeah, those my guys. I hope that they are okay, physically and mentally and spiritually. But nah.
You know what, man? The shit that the fans encourage and the things that they champion says a lot about us. It says a lot about the reputation of rappers. Like rappers are really some cornballs to these fans. You know what I mean? Like they think that everything is about us rapping against each other about everything. They think that this is how we communicate with each other, just rap about each other. Or they think that, like, you know, throwing each other under the bus is like just a prerequisite. This is something that just comes with it. You know what I mean?
Stupid.
It's interesting. It's interesting because you know why everything is going on. When Slaughterhouse was up and running, they would praise us for the brotherhood. You know what I mean? You put a mic in front of Joell's face and it's just like, yo, Royce is one of the realest dudes I ever met in my life. And then, you know, as soon as they go on this run, it's like everybody just the fakest. You know what I'm saying? Like, and everybody's like, go, go, go. More division, go, more. And it's like what y'all not realizing is y'all are the ones that's coming up with the shortest end of the stick. If you truly wanted a Slaughterhouse album, this was the closest that we have ever come to doing it. And everything was going fine. And then out of nowhere, we get blindsided with this bullshit. That's not weird to y'all?
No, Royce. These fans are fucking idiots. No. I hate to say that. These fans is idiots, yo. Oh, I'm glad they're telling their truth and getting their closure out. They deserve this. They built this too. Nigga. You know. And I don't know who's dumber, the fan or and I'm not talking about all fans. But that fan or the person that's trying to explain it to that fan. And I'm still shocked that you are just as mad, if not madder, than me. And all the shots is coming to me. Yo, this is craziness, yo.
Yeah, man. Jesus.
But I'm glad you look great and you're doing well. And your skin is glowing in the studio. But that's the other thing, right? When we get out of this emotional shit, no, I'm not gonna say that bad. The rapper in me still don't be confused.
Like, the rapper in you what?
Be confused. That's it. That's it. The rapper in me be confused, boy. I think niggas play with me a certain way because I'm busy. That's what I think. And it's like I said to you, man. I said, no way somebody put their pen to the paper to do that. Because when you put your pen to the paper to do that, like you really thought this out. You rhymed.
It's a whole staged rollout, brother. The whole thing is staged. It's like Jesse Smollett. Like it's a whole stage narrative with just some small truths to what's being said, but for the most part, it's just a whole bunch of misleading manipulation. It's based on a lot of old grievances.
See, but this is why people say I be gaslighting. I don't see what the fucking grievances are, yo. I don't understand what the beef is. I still don't know. I heard the records and I don't know. Outside of the interpretation of you not wanting to do it, that's what did it maybe. You not wanting to do it. Maybe we could find a way to do a 3-man album, but you siding with him and he on the sidelines.
Yeah, but that's not true. Like the only time the option of doing a 3-man group was ever presented to me was when we were on Shady and we were at that standstill with Shady Records. You actually said you're not rapping on Shady Records. So Paul hit me, and he just was like, yo, like the possibility of doing a 3-man shit, I'm just letting you know that I'm open to that possibility if you are. And I told him, no, thank you, but I appreciate, you know what I'm saying? Like the offer. And he was like, cool. And we were all cool with that. You know what I'm saying? So now, fast forward all these years later, when Crooked came and he put the humongous bag on the table, the offer, this is what he said to me. He said, where are your thoughts at in terms of doing the 3-man situation now, like today, present day? And I was like, my thoughts haven't really changed on it. I was like, but why are you asking? And he was like, you know, just in case Joe decides that he doesn't want to rap, because, you know, Joe kind of back and forth. And I was like, well, have we been on the same conference calls and Zoom calls? I mean, because nothing about the way that Joe's been moving says that he's not going to rap. But I was like, let me talk to Joe and just see what he's talking about. So I went to you and you said you with it. I just got a couple questions about the way that the business is going to be done. And I took that back to Crooked. And he said, you know, in all fairness, you know, Tony may not want to do business with Joe because of business dealings that they had in the past. And I said, well, Tony doesn't get to determine who's in and who's out in Slaughterhouse. That's not his decision to make. And Crooked said, okay. So as it stood right there, you get all 4 members totally open to negotiate this deal if it's going to be a real deal. And you and I both know that it's not officially an offer until it's on paper. It's called a deal memo. Nobody ever sent any of us a deal memo. I never received one. And this guy, Tony, who we're talking about, who put the deal on the table, I introduced him to them. They met him through me. He went and did business with every single person around me that he met and did bad business with them. There's still people that I'm cool with who's like, yo, what's up with your boy Tony? He owes me ABC. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for him to say, yo, I don't like the way Joe did business, but I can put this deal on the table just for 3 of the members. Yo, man, number one, that's wrong. But I think that's why Crooked felt like he couldn't be transparent with me and just say that. So when he seen that I wasn't with the 3-man,
well, let me try
when he seen that I wasn't with the 3-man group idea, well, I'm not with the 3-man group idea because that's not what Slaughterhouse is based on, but I'm also not with anybody coming and telling me all 4 of y'all want to rap, but one of y'all, I'm not going to let y'all rap with this deal. I don't want him to be a part of it because of previous dealings that we had. Would y'all, who would go for that?
Which is why it might be hard for him to have that conversation with you.
Yeah. And then, mind you, this whole time, I had been talking to Crooked every single day. Crooked was working on his solo album, the album that he's calling his magnum opus. So he himself said that he wouldn't even be ready to start recording for Slaughterhouse until he finished that album. So out of nowhere, some months go by, I noticed I hadn't heard from Crook. I hit Crook, no answer. Text him, no answer. I posted a piece of one of the songs that I produced on him and his brother's album and added him. It was like, yo, you like this intro better than the previous intro that I did? He never responded. His brother Meech got in the comments and put a fire emoji, but Crook himself never responded. So I figured there was something there and there was something up. Maybe he felt the way about something, but I didn't think anything of it. You know what I mean? But that was the first time that I've ever hit Crook and he didn't respond to me. So I just thought it was a little bit weird. You know what I mean? And then out of nowhere, boom, flaming pig emojis, flaming pig logo.
I hit Joell that first morning. I told you I was. Very next day, man, no answer. But I mean, I see why. There's no answer. I wouldn't answer a nigga neither. I got this album coming out. But I think it's whack that niggas got to talk on the phone or do this half to a phone or live or do this group. Bro, I think all of it is going to do, yo. That's not where I'm at. That's not where I'm at mentally. It is really whack. It's whack that grown men, especially in hip hop, just have a hard time expressing themselves. Like we the best in the world that are expressing ourselves, but we don't unless it's in song format. Like I wish there was a way that they could have explained to me all the hurt that I caused them, apparently, and it's a lot of hurt. That's why I didn't really want to talk about this because they looking to misconstrue words.
Mm-hmm.
Like they looking to take you out of context. Like Joell is on the Twitter shit. So I'm like, what did Joe got one more time? And I'm like, is that where your brain is? Like
we don't even talk to each other like that.
you don't think I'm calling you?
You know, like we don't even do that. That's misleading as hell. We don't talk to each other like that. We don't even have those kind of disagreements where we got to speak to each other that way.
But that says that something's going on, man. That says that something's going on. And I just wish that it was handled differently. I'm not even talking about the albums. Like, go ahead, express yourself. But do it on both fronts. Have the talk with me and you that's uncomfortable. Like, have it. And then do whatever you got to do musically. Like, but do both. This shit.
Yo, to take the brand off of Shady and own it outright 100%, there's a lot more to that brand building than just what music that we're gonna do together moving forward. There's a lot of stuff that we recorded previously that we have full ownership of. There's merchandise that hasn't been available to the fans that we can redistribute, represent to the fans. There's so much that we could do with the brand other than just music. That's why I was tripping so much about burning the pig and all of that stuff. It's like when you go to that extent to let the world know that you are finished with this brand, how can we come behind that and sell somebody a t-shirt? You see what I'm saying?
For $8.
That's why it's like, this is something, you're not doing that and burning down something and getting at me. You're getting at yourself too. Like you're burning down something that you yourself own 25% of. Why do you have to do that just to put out an album? You can put out an album and air out all your grievances that you want to. You know what I'm saying? But to do it in a way that says, yo, we're totally burning this shit down. We done with it. We want y'all to be done with it. These niggas had us waiting. Tell all the lies you want to tell. And then now, just to do an album that you took in advance to do, that somebody else owns. You just took all of the black ownership out of the paint.
I know, and you got the nerve to sit there and do this fucking Love and Hip Hop confessional when they hit.
Yeah, and then you got the nerve to talk about integrity. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, everybody was in full support of Joell Ortiz when he did the Jello record. You remember the Jello record?
Stop, yo. I'm trying to keep a straight face. Go ahead, man. Yes.
Like, nobody ever calls anybody out on these things. It's like, yo, you never done anything for a check, then what is the Jello record?
I'm doing that with you.
I'm serious. Yo, go to YouTube right now
Hold up. See,
and type in Joell Ortiz Jello.
all right.
I'm just saying, to each his own. To each his own. But when you do things like that and they don't work, it's not anybody's fault. It's not my fault. Niggas keep insulting me with compliments and shit, talking about I won the Grammy and then following it up with an insult. I won the Grammy because I got nominated for a Grammy because I went and did what was on my heart. If I had went and done Jello, then I might have been in the same predicament as you. To each his own, man. You know what I mean? The Jello bunch.
Stop, Royce.
All right, I'm playing.
Stop.
I ain't gonna do that.
Stop. Right, man. See, because that's the thing that needs to be right. Everybody, because I'm aware of how I come off when I say that, but everybody at some point has done something transactional, like done something for a check. When I say do something for a check, I'm not talking about doing something just to feed your family. I'm talking about doing.
He knows what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, but fans don't. I'm talking about doing something that's your moral compass. Like something that you know better than and wouldn't do under normal circumstances. And you're doing it. And that's why I don't respect Crook being the nigga to say, yo, this is done, I swear to God. Well, you can't say that because you shake your ass for a check.
Mm-hmm.
So if the right check is in front of you, well, nigga, you right back to rapping. What the fuck are we? I'm chilling, man. I support everybody. Hey, somebody yesterday gave me a different perspective. They was like, hey, these niggas might have raised the property value of Slaughterhouse. Because now if we get back together and do an album, it's lit. And I was like, that's one way to look at it.
First of all, Tony Bucher, for the people who don't know Tony Bucher does playlisting. That's what he does. So one of his specialties is padding numbers.
Tony Bucher got that second video from 30,000 views to 749,000 views. And
those views are not real, bro.
Man, like, what are we doing?
They are destroying the brand, destroying it. Because the brand is built on authenticity, man. It's not built on all of these antics and semantics. And it's certainly not built on two of the members in the group going against two of the other members in the group.
I ain't gonna lie though, Royce, as a fan, that might be hard. Like, we've never seen that in hip hop. I've never seen it.
What's that?
Where a group just start beefing like with each other publicly. I've never seen that. I know about all the group beefs privately, but to publicly beef, if I was active, this could get fun. But no, because who does that, yo?
When was the last time? Like Ice Cube versus Easy?
Yes. Look how far you would have to go back. Yes.
In their 20s.
Come on, man. This is foolishness in your 40s, yo. I'm not doing it. I'm not participating. I've done enough stupid shit in my career, yo. I'm chilling. I've learned that there's a value. See, and that's where the dysfunction was too. There's a value in silence. Like, there's a value in it. I have Maybach outside, I don't drive it. Might be 900 miles on that shit. And the longer it sits just like that, is the longer the value stay the same. I ain't gonna go outside and start beating this shit up with a fucking bat. Just start breaking the windows and fucking shit up. Like, why would I do that? It just don't make sense. But I can't tell you what to do with your portion of the house. If we roommates and you feel like fucking some shit up, then goddamn it, fuck it up. Have a blast. I don't necessarily think it's right. But if that's what you do, then that's what you do. I could really get narcissistic in this take, but I won't. Because you know who be the niggas that do that? The niggas that just gotta come in and rap. Or the niggas that just gotta come in and do a fucking job. Not the niggas that fucking had to fucking try to spend 24/7 thinking I had to get this shit off the fucking ground. Like, not the niggas that just lost sleep, like, with this on their mind constantly. You talking about a fucking tattoo, nigga? Don't get me fucking started. I ain't doing this on live.
Oh man.
We're gonna have to do another one of these when the album dropping. Really me. It ain't even you. They're gonna tear me up next week. It feel, when you put that work in though, the rewards feel different. I will say that.
Mm-hmm.
When I got to Empire, right? This is after a long career of record label shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 17 years, a lot of years of it. And I got to Empire, and Empire was like, this is how much money you have to do whatever you need to do. Do whatever you want to do. But this is your budget. It's yours to spend, and you're spending it against your selling power. And we're not paying you until the quarter is up of your album selling. At first, like, they go, what? You're not paying me until 4 months later? I gotta pay for all this shit myself. You're not supporting. Wait, this is all mine. But wait a second. Also, I'm finally in control of this. This is my destiny. This is my fate to decide.
Mm-hmm.
You go your head down, you get in the studio, and you think a little harder about shit, and you get to the work. And then when you sell something and that check comes, it just feels different. It feels different. And I can't convince somebody of that who's just used to taking the advance, who's used to taking the front. And hey, you spend the money, I'll do the work. If you make it back, you make it back. Fuck it. No, not at this juncture.
I mean, because I mean, in all fairness, that's not necessarily the wrong way of doing things. It's just a preferred way of doing things, and that's cool too. That's fine too. But that's one of the things that when you are collaborating with people, that's one of the things that's hard. It's hard to agree on business tactics. You know what I mean? Like, it's way more things that need to be agreed upon than just song.
That's the thing. Like, you realize when you get to this crossroad, in hindsight, you can recognize the people that were never trying to agree with you. Chris was never trying to agree with me. I was busy saying I'm never rapping on Shady, and he got an Eminem feature. He was at Paul office every second. The nigga got Eminem to produce some shit over here. That nigga was trying to get buddy. What the fuck you wanted me to think about what you was doing? You've been looking for a way to kind of get this, and you finally did it.
Well, actually,
I applaud it.
Actually, I produced that album for Family Business, Crook and his brothers, and then I took it up to M's studio and played it for him and got him excited about the group. They didn't end up signing the group, but it brought them closer, and then that turned into M doing that interview on Crook's Corner. All of these things are a result of me championing them to him and them.
That's your version. I think it's that.
I mean, it's just what it is, and it's something that I do for any of my brothers at any time. It's not something that I do looking for anything in return. Like, it's a fulfillment that comes along with watching any of my brothers, catch a W in any way. You know what I mean? In any way. So it never was a time where my relationship with Shady, the label, and the people was in shambles because of my relationship with you or anybody else. You know what I mean? Like, it was hard for me to toe that line. You know what I mean? But it never was the whole group against Shady type of situation. It was just one of those things where we had to accept your position and accept their position.
But that's what
it's tough. You know what I mean?
But that's why I really do feel bad for you. Yeah, you've been in a tough spot the whole time. You've been in a tough little spot the whole time, man.
It's like, damn.
Well, it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like getting a podcast or interview or stuff. So there's no way you would rap again with these niggas.
Huh?
If the proper conversations were had, there was no way you would rap again with these niggas.
Well, I'm never gonna say never, but I don't see the purpose at this point. But I mean, I forgive them already. The things that offended me, that I'm offended by, I already forgive them. I don't have a choice but to forgive them. We don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have time to be, I don't have time to be doing all that. You know what I mean? Because I don't personally, I wouldn't know where to start. If I made up my mind and convinced myself that I was going to be an enemy of theirs, where the fuck would I start at? What I'm going to do? What are we going to do? Fight? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Rap, disparaging things about each other? What we doing? Who the fuck got time for that?
It's all corny. And ain't nobody enemies. But that's the part that was confusing when all this shit came out. I'm sitting there like, okay, Slaughterhouse shit didn't work out the way you planned, but you think that mean I don't want the best for you and your family? Like, what the fuck is, hip hop get us in this real divisive space, and the more I age, the more I start sounding like my uncles when they used to talk about this shit. Man, hip hop is changing. It's like, I don't want to be that guy. But some of the shit that we on, I couldn't put my pen to paper and write nothing about Joell Ortiz. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? It's no problem.
What you gonna write about him?
Nothing. Nothing. What's the problem? What is the issue? Nothing. There's nothing to say. Oh, man. Interesting. Joell is here. Add him. Add him for what? Nigga, I text him the other day. What the fuck? Maybe I had the wrong number. One thing about me, I'm going to get right to it. If there's a conversation need to be had, I'm going to try to have it. I think Crook is hurt. And at some point when it don't have nothing to do
with it. What is he hurt? What is he hurt about? What is he hurt by?
Something. He said that. I mean, I got to take him at his word. He said that. They asked him verbatim, yo, Joe ain't say much, but he said he was hurt. And then Crook's response was, well, how you think we felt? How you think we felt with you holding shit up? And I think he felt like Joe was like the spoiled kid and we should be able to work around him. And Royce, you didn't roll with this. All right, then you down with that. And I'm hurt by that. I'm going to try to understand it. I mean, yeah, I could see somebody being hurt, I guess.
I didn't roll with what?
With a 3-man album. You should have rolled. You didn't roll.
What you talking about when we were on Shady?
Came in and said the other part. You didn't roll. So why?
You talking about when we were on Shady?
Yeah.
So releasing an album with 4 members and then coming behind an album that wasn't received well for the most part, and then coming behind that and doing a 3-man album on Shady, you think like people think that would have been a good idea?
I don't think so, but I think Slaughterhouse and I think big, like I think huge. I think that the optics should match the talent, and I don't think that we ever had that fair shot. So part of ownership is being able to control how you appear, how you present yourself without Paul having input, without him having input, without Al. I'm glad, hey, we need a single over here. Like, hey, whatever you want to do, let's do it. And I don't think we ever got that. And we can't get it under this construct.
I mean, that may not have been, looking at it in retrospect, that may not have been a possibility on the major. It may not have been, we may not have had needed to put it on the major. You know what I mean? Like, that's just one of the things that we may not just have been able to figure out, and it's not always necessary. when I'm mentoring younger artists and I'm advising them, I always tell them, don't just sign a deal just for the sake of saying that you signed a deal. You have to have a firm understanding of the tools that the labels have. And then you also have to have a firm understanding of what it is that you need. And then going to a label who can provide the things for you that you need in order to be able to scale as a brand. You know, like a big mistake that we make is we sign to majors and then we go, okay, yeah, so we sign now. And then we look to the label to build us. But really, that's not what their job, that's not what they're here to do. They're not here to build you. They're here to make money, spend the least amount of money possible and make the most profit possible. As long as you understand that, then you are good. You know what I mean? So usually that step, when you get as big on the underground as we did, usually that step gets taken when you decide that you want to go mainstream.
Yes.
Did we ever need to go mainstream? I mean, that's a whole nother question. You know what I mean? So maybe it just wasn't, you know, maybe it wasn't meant for us to be on the iHeartMedia stage. Maybe that's not the coolest look for Slaughterhouse. I know you couldn't get Royce to 5'9" on the iHeartMedia stage right now. You couldn't get me on a stage like that. For what? You know?
Yeah, but you got to learn that. You got to learn that. And I don't think I learned that. And that's where we at. It's just creative differences. But like you said, I forgive niggas. I'm not mad at nobody. I'm not mad. Once the initial shock wore off of, oh, that's what you're doing? Like, get your shit off. That would blast. I mean, I won't be privy to it. I'm not looking at none of this nasty shit, but I'll listen to see what's going on. You tore that Best Buy up. Yeah, you're right. You did.
You want to talk to Joell?
I don't care. I don't care. I think it's nasty talking to him a week before he put this album out, but I don't care. It's my guy.
Yo,
What's up, Joell?
what's up, fellas?
You,
Oh man,
you tell me, my brother.
dogs. I'm just saying, man. A bunch of people hitting me saying that y'all in here saying, basically calling us liars, dog.
Well, y'all are lying.
About?
I mean, it's a laundry list of things, but I mean, you want to.
Nah, there's no laundry list, dog. Ain't nobody lying, dog.
Y'all,
Y'all
are the ones with the issue. So why don't you
oh yeah,
talk
nah.
about
The
what's
issue,
what's the issue?
the issue's the issue. But lying is not happening. Like, let's keep it a buck. All we have said is that.
Joell Ortiz, can I ask you a question?
Let me speak first, Joe, and then you can ask whatever you want to ask, my friend. So are you willing to say that there wasn't a deal on the table that y'all turned down? Y'all willing to say that?
There was a deal. There was a talks about a deal being on the table that we did not turn down.
Of course you turned it down. Of course you turned it down. And y'all spinning a narrative that me and Crook shit is a result of y'all turning that down, which is completely false. Why y'all doing that?
Wait,
Royce, hold up. Royce, why you doing that? You know for a second, you know how long we've been trying to fight to get some sort of Slaughterhouse music out, correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for being honest once. Now, Joe has been retired. He's taken that stance.
So I haven't been honest?
You've been, not completely. And that surprises me because you're a very, very honest person, my friend. And I.
So now all of a sudden I'm not honest. After y'all got a whole.
No. I didn't say
you're
not. I didn't say you're not
I'm
honest,
dishonest. Huh?
I said you haven't been being honest. I started by saying you're very honest, but you haven't been being honest at the moment for whatever reason. And I understand. That's fine. All I'm saying is Joe has been retired for a while, my friend. Right? We know that. Joe has said that publicly. Joe has, he hasn't beat around that bush. I'm chilling right now. He always entertained the idea because it was special and Joe was part of the creation of it. So he's always going to entertain it and get excited when we all on the phone. Granted, right? But Joe's retired. He doing what he do.
Let me ask you a question quick.
Go ahead.
You put this on everything you love.
Okay.
No, he's asking.
Did me and you have a conversation where I told you, no, I don't want to do that deal that Tony put on the table?
Me and you know.
So
me and you know.
How did I turn it down?
Because all three of us was on the phone, me, you, and Crook, and you said you're not doing that deal if it doesn't involve Joe rapping.
Okay. Now, did Joe say that he didn't want to be involved in that deal?
Yes. And I'm gonna tell you
exactly
who he say that to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you exactly how he said that.
Yo.
I'm gonna tell you exactly how I said that. Joe, hold tight. You good, Joe? You gonna speak? I promise. Y'all been on the live, right? I'm in the live with y'all. I'm here. Quick. Right? So when we all was on the phone, right? This was the thing. Crook said, I spoke to Royce. I spoke to Joell. Joe called me. You feel me? Joe called me and said, listen, quick, what you think about this shit? I said, this shit is solid. This is Crook bringing in something. This is solid. Like, he said, I bet. As soon as I get off the phone with you, I'm calling Crook. We're going to talk about this shit. And that never, ever, ever, ever happened. Ever.
So I'm still waiting on you to tell me when we turned it down.
Me too.
No, all right. Well, I'm going to tell you when you turned it down because you said you're not doing it without Joe. Royce. That's a turn down.
That's a turn down. Me
So
saying I'm not doing it without Joe, but Joe.
You said I'm not doing no Slaughterhouse music. I'm not doing no 3-man. It's not the same without Joe Budden. I'm not doing it. That's a turn down.
Holy shit, yo.
Joe.
It's craziness. Yo.
Did you ever tell any of these dudes that you wasn't with doing this deal with Tony?
Never came out of my mouth. Ever. Not once.
So what we talking about, Chris?
Y'all in here capping, dog.
Tell us when.
Y'all in here
tell
capping.
us when.
Joel,
I just want to know. I just want to know, like, because if that was the case, I would be well within my right to take that position. I have no reason to lie about taking that position. I'm not incentivized in any way, my brother. I'm not being paid by anybody. I'm not here speaking on behalf of anybody but myself. I'm not taking a side. I never have taken a side. I know that there's been issues. I've always been the one that has been in the middle, brother. Joe never said that he didn't want to do that deal. He only had questions about the way that the business would be as it pertains to that deal. Nobody never said we're not doing the deal.
Y'all said y'all wasn't doing the deal. That's one. Second thing is
when. I'm asking you to tell us when.
This first of all, listen. First of all, this is the most dialogue Slaughterhouse has had in years because me and Crook is rocking and rolling.
Let's not be all over the place here. Let's just stick to specifics. When did Joe turn down the deal? When?
On the phone.
Conversation.
On the phone.
When?
On the phone.
Who all was on this call?
Come on, man. Come on, yo. Stop.
That nigga said, I can't believe
Joel, just answer the question, my brother.
I really can't believe y'all in here doing all this. Like, where was all of this energy when niggas was trying to save the group?
Answer the question.
When Crooked bring a bag to the table for us to
Joel, just answer the question.
What's the question?
When did Joe turn down the deal? What was the call? Who was on the call?
Okay, Joe turned down the deal numerous occasions, my friend.
Numerous occasions.
Yeah, numerous occasions. He has said he's not rocking with the group. I don't understand why this is new information.
We're talking about the Tony deal.
Joell Ortiz, you are a fucking liar, yo.
Get the fuck out of here, dog.
And listening to your fucking ass lie. You are a fucking liar. And for you to do that to me and him.
To you and him, what? Are y'all serious? Y'all not serious, dog. Y'all not serious, dog. Y'all out here running around with a wild-ass narrative lying about me and Crook like we went and took a bag. Y'all got people saying we out here doing things for a bag. I never done nothing for a bag. Y'all know me better than that.
That is exactly.
Listen, if anybody's spinning a narrative, it's y'all two, gentlemen.
What narrative?
Especially you, Royce. You out here talking about the 25%. You had 25% and you burned it down. You doing all types of mathematical equations about fucking housing ownership and shit like that. The bottom line is this. Crooked bring a bag to the table for something that y'all ain't been fucking with for a long time, right?
Yeah, but you can't say that. You can't say I haven't been fucking with it for a long time.
Hey, that ain't even the part I got issue
Yeah,
with.
what gives you
What you got an issue with?
what gives you the right to tell me what I'm fucking
What
with?
was
Like,
bad?
that's not fair.
What you got an issue? What you listen? How about this? How about this? Y'all tell me what y'all got an issue with, and I'll address it. What you got an issue with, Joe?
All of it.
All of what? All of what, Joe? No, don't do that. All of what? All of what?
Hey, quick. What was the purpose of us going through that lengthy process of taking the group off of Shady? What was the purpose of doing that?
We all did that, man. We did that together. We did that together, and it was a big old once we get off Shady, we gonna rock and roll and do all this. There's a lot of address on the album.
I know, and that's what this is about. That's what this is about, and that's what my issue is. This is about driving traffic to y'all album, and I'm trying to figure out why does it have to be at the brand's expense? Why couldn't y'all just make another album like y'all did the last one, the hard joint?
The one that y'all supported?
I supported it. I didn't.
Did you?
I support everything you do, Joel. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? I didn't get a listen. It's not even about that. I'm not even gonna do that.
Obviously, it is, brother.
No, it's not about that. It's not about that. It's just what surprises me is how me and Crook are telling the truth about what happened with the group, and now all of a sudden we get all the smoke and all the support from y'all. That has never been there.
Y'all are exploiting is what you're doing, and it's nasty.
Exploiting? What do you mean exploiting, Joe? What have I said that hasn't been 100? We released 2 tracks, Vacancy and Backstage. Points at anything I said that hasn't been true.
Joe, you know all of this is nasty for real.
What's that?
You don't see how all of this is nasty, honestly?
I don't see how any of this is nasty. I mean, for whoever ain't keeping it funky, yeah, maybe. I'm not mad at any. That's the crazy part is I jumped in this shit because niggas is calling me a liar. You're not going to sit there and do that, man. Y'all know what it is. And y'all know I don't even do none of this social media shit like that. I don't be on live. I don't do none of this stuff. I'm in a different space right now. Y'all know y'all got a phone number. We could have did all of this shit way behind the scenes, man.
I text you.
Hey, Joel. Have you ever?
You text me, Joe.
Hey, Joel,
you text me a
Joel,
setup.
let me ask you a question, brother.
Hold on, Royce.
Have you ever?
Hold on, Royce. Hold on 1 second, Royce. I got you. Bro, Joe, you text me a set of eyes, bro. After me and Crook put the our logo up, you text me a set of eyes. What the fuck is that?
Well, see, that's just the thing. You didn't put your logo. You don't have a logo, Joel. Do you know that you and Crook don't have a logo?
I have a logo, bro.
The pig on fire is not you and Crook's logo, Joel.
Whose logo is it? Whose logo is that?
I'm not gonna do this on the live. Joell Ortiz.
Joe, whose logo is that, homie? Whose logo is that? What are you talking about? The pig on fire. We ever did anything with a pig on fire? What we doing here? It's worse. Like, come on with the bullshit. The bottom line is this: it was a deal on the table. Joe, you retired. Royce, you ain't won a 3-man week with us for whatever reason.
I want to about the deal, yo.
When did the deal get turned down? You still haven't answered that
I
question.
want to hear more about this
Y'all
deal.
playing word semantics, man. I don't
No,
do
we
that.
ain't.
I
No,
don't do
we
that
ain't.
kind of stuff.
Real clear.
No, y'all playing word semantics. Like, when did the deal get turned down? What are you talking about, man?
You still haven't answered it.
And I want to know what the deal was.
Royce, tell him what the deal was.
Crook came to the table and said Tony was putting the situation on the table through a major where he talked about the amount that the advances would be, and that was as far as we got.
Right.
Right. Joe wanted to know more. Joe wanted to know about more than just the advances, but what would the terms of the deal be? The terms of the deal never even made it to a piece of paper, to a deal memo. And all Joe did was ask questions, but never did either one of us say, no, we're not doing it.
Really?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Really?
Yes.
Y'all both lying, man. Y'all both lying, man.
Well, I'm
Yo,
rich.
this is insane to me. Why y'all both lying, man?
I get nothing out of lying about this show.
Of course you do. You wouldn't even be talking about this if you ain't feel you had to, bro. It's on your.
All right, see,
bro.
wait. Let me make myself clear.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm bigger than whatever y'all doing.
Oh,
No.
according to who?
Me.
All right, that's cool. So am I. I'm bigger than everything y'all doing.
I'm not responding to this because I feel pressured by your fake boosted fucking numbers, nigga.
Fake boosted numbers. Get the fuck out of here, man. You mad, son. You mad. You see niggas is in that inbox. Niggas is in that inbox bothering you.
I promise you they're not, yo. It's Cobb. And that's the problem. Like, we're not looking at things the same, yo. Joell, you're wrong about some of the stuff you're saying, yo. You're wrong about what you're saying. And I understand you niggas is doing whatever y'all got to do. But to do it at the expense of people that you have spent that much time with, it just looks away. It does. And I don't.
Joe, you realize how you making this about you?
Let me finish.
How are you making this about you? This is how much you feel yourself that you making this about you. Listen, Slaughterhouse is just as much my story as it's your story, as it's Crook's story, as it's Roy's story.
Absolutely.
Me and Crook are telling what it is on our side. This is not about you. You're involved because you're part of the brand, just like Royce is. This is not about you. If you want to defend yourself, listen, hold up. If you want to defend yourself, or speak your truth, you know how to get to it. You've been doing this a long time. It's not on the podcast.
Somebody that I care about.
Huh?
I'm involved because y'all hurt. I was hurt, and y'all hurt somebody that I care about, and y'all was silly enough to name your shit something to where, hey, 25% of that is mine if I feel like pursuing it. That's why I'm involved. I'm not involved in this fucking clown show because I want to be. Are you fucking shitting me? I got a girl to call back right now. It's 11:15. I'm in a strip club in a minute. You think I'm trying to be involved in this nasty ass shit that you and this nigga's doing? Y'all look disgusting.
Yo, wait, hold on.
Why y'all on the live? Why y'all on the live?
I don't even want that for you.
Why y'all on the live? Why you and Royce on the live?
Let me say what I'm saying. I love you so much, nigga. I don't even want this nasty fuck shit for you.
For me, I'm good, Joe. Oh no, regardless of the narrative y'all spin that we needed a bag and we did it for
good,
I'm
you're
so good, man.
You're not good.
What are you talking about?
You're not good.
I am very, very good, my friend.
You're not good.
I am very good, my friend. What are you talking about?
You're not good.
I'm very good, man. You making it nastier than it needs to be because y'all afraid to just be like, I wasn't fucking with it, right? You wasn't fucking with it, Joe. That's fine. It's all good. And Royce, you wasn't fucking with it if Joe wasn't involved for whatever reason. And that's fine, my guy. But let us tell it what it is. Let us tell what it is.
Yo, let me tell you what it is. You know what? Because I got shit to do tonight and it's a fucking Friday. Let me tell you. Slaughterhouse had bad fucking business. You agree?
Slaughterhouse had horrible business.
At some point, that had to change. For somebody. We were actively in a group. And I was saying, hey, while I was there, hey, let's get this right. The business ain't right. It's your manager, it's his manager, it's this manager. It's my manager fucking this. It's a fucking mess. Hey, this person ain't allowed up there. Hey, Eminem is doing this. They picking something like it was a fucking mess. Joe didn't want no part of it. Joe didn't want no part of a mess. At some point, you know better, you do better. I said
now, hold up. Now you speaking truths. Continue. Go ahead.
What I said to y'all was very simple. Yo, I'm not doing nothing while we over there. Hey, and over there made themselves clear too. Yo, we don't want nothing to do with Joe. That was ages ago, Quick. That was 2000 and whatever year that was. So it took a lot of steps and conversations through tension, hurdles, and turmoil for us to even be in agreement to get this thing off of there. Y'all skip that in your little cutesy fucking songs.
You was feeling that. You was feeling that truth we spit. Go ahead, though.
You niggas is liars. I don't hear that part in your...
You lying that we liars. Don't call me a liar on here when you know I spit nothing but the facts, my brother.
This isn't going anywhere.
But this what I say to you is this. I'm just saying this, Joell. You do with this whatever you want. Something that you own, you had it in your possession for less than a year and decided to try to destroy it.
Dog, I had this shit in my possession for the last 10, 11 years. What are you talking about?
We
You talking about the state it was in the last year? That's a lot different than what you're talking about.
See, Joell don't even understand nothing I say, so it's tough for me.
I understand everything you say, man. Because you speak. Listen.
It's
Yo,
off the label for less than a year is what I'm saying. I'm not talking about what the
it's
fuck
been a little.
last
Okay, it's been a little
off
over.
the label for less than a year, and this is what you decide.
What the fuck? What? Listen to me. What the fuck was gonna happen that didn't happen? What was about to happen that we fucked up in this year? Honestly, we've been off the label for a year. What did me and Crook, speaking our truth,
I'm done, yo.
fuck up in this last year that we didn't get to? While you was over potting and Royce was doing what he was doing. What happened? What did I miss? What was the big fuck up? I want to know how this got twisted up.
Joell, I love you and I want nothing but the best for you.
So then, nigga, listen to the album then. That's it. Fuck with the album, bro. Fuck with the album, bro. Fuck with the album. If you want nothing but fuck with the album, man. Tell people to listen to the album, son.
Joell, that album could suck my dick. Are you kidding me?
Nigga, suck my dick. Don't go there. Don't do that.
You want me to put people to this clown show?
All right, I'm out, man. All right, one.
The fuck out of here with that shit, man.
So, you know, yo, Joe, that little comment right there, you're gonna wish you retracted that one. I'm out. One.
Goodbye. I can't want the best for him. Like, if I want the best for him, I have to support it. Nigga. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Ass, yo. I'm gonna look at some ass. I can't believe it just said that.
It's no use. It's no use of even having discourse if it's not going to be rooted in some sort of truth. Somebody on one of the sides has to be willing to hold themselves accountable for stuff. You know what I mean? And I just think that they're too deep into it. It's a decision that they made, and they're too deep into it to be willing to hold themselves accountable. You know what I mean? And it's actually in their better interest to make it just hang in the balance and be hanging in the air like this. You know what I mean? Because to really get to the root of it is to make them look a little bit crazy. You know what I mean? I'm not incentivized in any way to lie about anything. I'm not being paid by anybody. Nobody cut me a check to take the position that I'm taking. The truth is just the truth. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just like, and
it's
I don't gain anything by like making them out to be liars or painting them as anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Royce, he just said, if you want the best for me, support the album. This nigga's deep in. Oh,
it's a whole album dissing niggas. Oh man.
He thinks they have a logo. I'm done, yo. I'm done. Listen to these fucking fans put Joell in it. What the fuck was that? I'm gonna look at some ass. I can't believe he just said that, yo. I'm flabbergasted that he just said that.
Well, I mean, there's your soap opera for today. Go ahead and go to the strip club, man. I love you. Joell, I love you. Crook, I love you. I wish y'all nothing but the best. You know what I mean? And this is life. It's just about making our adjustments. I guess I got another adjustment to make, but the truth is the truth. You know what I mean? I'm not speaking on this no more.
I wish them nothing for the best, too. I'm mad that they feel like that has to be attached to this exploitive, nasty shit. Like, why I can't want the best for Joell Ortiz and not want to hear that? I don't get it. I'm lost. I'll talk to you behind the scenes, man.
All right, my nigga.
Somehow I'm blessed for this.
Go ahead and calm it down a little bit, man. Go ahead to the strip club.
Yeah. I'm tight now. I'm out here. I love you. I'm going.
Love you too, my brother. Peace.